Ass hot dog.
Hey guys, this is my first video, so it's probably going to be shitty. But if you're like me, then maybe you like to just binge on War of the Visions content. Um, so if that's what you like to do, then and you like to hear somebody ramble for a while, then maybe you'll enjoy the video. These are my opinions in the video, so they might be different from yours. You might think I'm stupid, and maybe that's fine. Yes, it's whatever. I can't tell you what to do, or I'm not your mama. But like, if you like this stuff, leave a like. If you hate it, just say you hate it. It's all right. Whatever. I fucking hate this intro. Hey guys, this is Dang here, and this is my first, I guess, real video for War of the Visions, and I want to do some theory crafting focused on individual characters and really get into not just their abilities and what they do, but like how to manipulate their AI and some good theory crafting. What are some really good gear and the best espers and best sub jobs and whatnot. So today I want to focus on Warrior of Light here, and this guy has been really amazing for my account. If you were lucky enough to get him and max him, congratulations. But anyways, so let's go to War of the Visions calc and talk about what the basics, gear, espers, what I think is good on him and stuff. All right, so we have here. Let's look at vision cards first. If you were pulling for him and if you were like me and you spent a lot of Visior trying to get him, maybe you were able to max out this card. And this card, I think, did not get a lot of hype at the beginning. Everyone was always like, oh, Odin is better, Odin's so much better. But if you look at, the meta now, it really is about just AoE, AoE, AoE. So if you were able to max this card, your account has a surprising, it's an upper hand for sure. Think of Kilf with her Energy Buster. That's 20% less damage. Hazard Crash, which without this card, your team's gonna get one shot. Kotetsu, there's tons and tons of AoE abilities out there now. Ildira is all about AoE. So I would say that this card is much more valuable, unless you're doing an evasion team, much more valuable than Odin. Okay, and also on Warrior of Light, it gives the unit buff of Pierce Resistance. So I would consider this to be definitely one of the better cards for him. And once Kane drops, we already have Glaciella, or I don't know how to say her name. Glaciella, Water Bitch over here. She she's kind of ushering in the spear meta. And what I run Golem on my Warrior of Light personally. But what I think we're going to start seeing here in the near future is defense. The value of defense is going to start slowly going down. You have to think about how many attackers in general, they pierce defense. Golden Stern just came out. His master ability is going to pierce 20% of your defense, regardless, every attack. Glaciella has fucking pierce defense. Victura pierces your defense. So defense in general, the value of it is just going down. I mean, but what is probably here to stay is your resistances. Okay, so actually when Kane comes out, or if Glaciella becomes a big enough problem, I would say like to go this route, where you have the 25% pierce resist and the 10 defense. I think you're going to get more value out of that if Pierce is like the new thing. This is down the road future. But actually right now what I run my Warrior Light is, because Kilf she's everywhere. She's constantly everywhere. I actually run 25% Earth Resist and the 15 defense. and the critical evasion. Okay, and that really helps him, take hits, especially in this kind of like Kilf meta. Because maybe it's because I wake up kind of late for guild battles. I'm in Vietnam. I'm not in America, so my schedule's flipped. So I'm always there for the last 2 hours of guild battle, and just every team is a Kilf team. And so for me, this really works out pretty well. I can kind of shrug off Kilfe, whatever her fucking name is. I don't know. I hate this bitch, by the way. She's fucking cancer. Fuck you if you use her. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of how I run Golem, and I feel like Golem's he's pretty solid. He's definitely a pretty solid Esper for him to run. I don't know why this website makes you do this shit. By the way, this is annoying. You got to do the weapons and stuff too. So let's talk about potential equipment. What I don't want to get ahead. Let's go back to Espers, about good Espers. All right, so yeah, Golem is definitely high tier. Death Machine is shitty. It's not good. Yeah, it's not that great. The gun meta is kind of over with. You don't really see it too much. It's gonna come back. Death Machine will be super viable in the future, but right now, not super great. So maybe when like a swimsuit bitch comes out, and you start seeing more gunners come back and stuff, yeah, maybe, and actually gunners, I'm not saying that gunners are bad. Gunners are really good in the right hands, like Frederica with bells and like the maxed VCs, and she just barrages your fucking team. It's scary stuff for sure, absolutely scary stuff. And in that situation, then of course, Death Machine is best in slot against these kinds of teams. But in general, though, for Warrior of Light, I'm gonna have to say that Golem kind of just outshines him in general, just because we see more Kilfs than we do Gunner teams. They're not around that much currently. But Death Machine, he's all right. He's got some fat HP here. Okay, and all right, Fenrir. It's another great Esper, another great card too, by the way. Warrior Light, he lacks some dex, he lacks kind of agility. So the Fenrir card is also really nice on him. Gives him more HP, helps him with his agility and his dex and whatnot. The Esper, I don't have Fenrir on my account, sadly. But yeah, magic resists in this magic meta. Yildiras are everywhere. Kilfs are everywhere. This is a great Esper if you're targeting those teams. Siren is another great choice. Yeah, so like I said, like defense is kind of, the value is just kind of going down. And what's going to stop a Stern and what's going to stop a Venera, which are kind of the two big uh-ohs with Warrior of Light, is going to be 25% slash resist. That's pretty huge. It's pretty nice. And fuck Ildira. I don't know. Build it however you want to, but definitely get the slash resist. She's solid. Yeah. And I guess if you wanted to build him, if you were going to build him offensively as a bruiser, I don't recommend it. There's just better units. If you were going to do that, then Odin was probably your best bet, but Odin could go on somebody else and do better. Okay, so yeah, so for Espers currently, I think Golem is kind of probably the highest tier right now. Golem and Siren are probably the two best for him, depending on who you're going against. Personally, I use Golem just because Kilfs, she's everywhere. When the Pierce meta comes, I'll just pay the 50 viz to switch this to this. Yeah. All right. Again, back to vision cards. Okay, so yeah, this was really good, and this will stack really nice. So he'll get 35% Pierce resist, total of 15. He'll have 15 Pierce resist with this in Golem, because he has negative 20 currently. So other vision cards that are great, like I was saying, Fenrir is really nice. It's going to give him more HP and just help your party. help your party out. And that was another one. What's another great one? All right, this is some theory craft stuff. Don't laugh at me too hard, but I really want to do this. Okay, so if you're running like Super Stern, and as it stands right now, I feel like all-out damage Stern, fucking one-shot your whole team Stern. I feel like he's the best Stern. So it's really hard for me to like give up like desperation. But I don't want to theory craft too much about Stern. I have him at 89, and I currently use him in Go Battle. He's doing really well for me. But all right, so check it out. All right, so you got Shiva, right? And Shiva's a bullshit ass like magic card. You get 18 attack off this girl. So this is like, you don't want to put this on your Venera. You don't want to put this on your Super Stern or whatever other evade character, Katone. You don't really want this on them as much. Okay. So what you could do, and also like, all right, so this setup here is kind of the setup that I'm going for. We don't really like care about the damage that Warrior of Light does because he doesn't do any damage at all. In general, like you can have him with Lazalia's sword, Gafgarion's TMR. Doesn't matter. He hits like a little baby dick. He doesn't hit hard at all. So fuck his damage. We want him to be a sponge. And so here I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Ayaka's TMR is probably best in slot, not just for Warrior of Light, but for the majority of tanks. It has the agility that tanks lack. It has the spirit that, a lot of heavy armors, they don't really have good spirit. I think, what is it now? Is like barrier armor of light, +5. Ew, if you +5 that shit, fuck you, you're stupid. If you have that, what is that, 12? Wow, 12 whole defense? You're an idiot if you did that, by the way. No, I shouldn't say that. That's rude. That's really rude. But you shouldn't have done that. Because it's not good. You're losing stats. So yeah, you get some nice crit avoid. It gets canceled out by our ribbon here. But it's crit avoid, awesome for tanks. Agility, super awesome for tanks. Solid spirit, good. And when HP stacking comes, 240 is not, it's alright. And I don't have this TMR on my account yet. I'm working on it, but I don't know if the AI uses this. I think I've heard they don't really use it very much, or at all. Hopefully they update that, because this ability is really nice. Okay. Alright, so with hear me out. Alright, so I farmed 2 +5 ribbons. Alright, so this is gonna give you the stop resistance for Agrius. You got the 20 crit avoid, you got the 25 evade. You've got the you got some decent HP, whatever, who fucking cares. Alright, so this is 25 evade plus 20, so 45 evade. And then when, like, your samurai, say you're running like a Cid as a partner, or you're running a Golden Stern as a partner, they're going to come to you, cast Illusion, and you're going to have 75 evade. That's, on a fucking tank, which is nice. I mean, you're not going to be Venera dodging, but you will occasionally dodge, and 0 damage is better than taking any kind of damage. Plus, you don't lose hate. You don't lose hate if you don't take damage. So your Brave Presence will stay up longer. Okay. Next, we have the +5 shield, armor of light. It's going to give you that 15 defense, some solid HP, and then for these, those annoying holies and stuff that you can't dodge, you're gonna, you can take slightly less damage from that. Okay, so that's kind of, I feel like, armor of light is really good, but again, like, gear is so situational. So are Espers and Vision cards. Just some of the, these are what I feel are some of the better options. And of course, you have your regular shit like Vow of Love and all that stuff. Vow of Love is actually really good, I think, really for manipulating AI. Like if you want to get your tank quickened and stuff like that, or if you want the buffs to drop on him immediately at the start of the fight, Vow of Love really helps with that kind of thing. Ifrit is only good if you have it maxed out, by the way. A 3-star Ifrit is only 34% attack, which is just 4% more than a Vow. So yeah, but 50%. Now that's game changing. That's really nice. So if you have nobody else to put this on, you could just toss it on Warrior of Light to boost up your party. But yeah, I mean, like I said, everything is situational for the most part. If you were gonna do weapons, fuck it. It doesn't matter, man. He doesn't do any damage. Yeah. So I feel like this is a good setup. This is really, I haven't tried this. I really want to try this out. But if you want to play it safe, personally, I use Death Machine because that card it has a shit ton of HP, and it's just really valuable for the party. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Subjob. So Subjob, I think the two that we can really talk about are Warrior of Light and Spellblade. Not Dragoon. It's shitty. Don't do it. So Spellblade, you could if you want to. I can't tell you what to do, but I don't like it. It's whatever you want to do. All right. So Spellblade. Let's look at his skills here. All right, and about what you want to turn off and what you want to keep on. So Bioblade, you actually want that to be his main attack. And I know what you're thinking. Why? Why do you want this to be his main attack? I don't know what you're thinking, actually. I shouldn't say that. I can't put words in your mouth. Okay, so Bioblade. Sometimes fights come down between, like, tank versus tank, or, like, a bruiser versus your tank, and that's it. So, if you get a lucky proc, and I keep my Warrior of Light's fate at 50 for his ultimate to make sure that the shell and protect lands. So I would say like 30 or 50 fate is pretty good for him, depending on how much you care about the ult, landing those buffs. But yeah, this has won me battles for sure. There's actually I 6-starred, and on my on my battle to get my last 3 stars, it came down to my Warrior of Light and Kilf. And Kilf got poisoned. She killed my Warrior of Light, and then she died, and then the poison killed her, and I still got the 3 stars. So it was a really, really cool thing. That video is on my channel. You can actually see that. It's got no sound though, but whatever. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Bioblade is actually it's really good. Resist Magic. Resist Magic is 38%. This is insane. So 38 plus 8 here, that's 46. And if you're running Fenrir or anything else, fuck it, man. Like you guys are good to go. You guys are not taking any. You can go charge. Go charge at Magic teams. Not on this current map though, because the AI, the AI prioritizes this. The AI will use this over Brave Presence. It's got like super priority. So this is where like Vow, for example, comes into play. Like if you have Vow, you get that initial hate on like the previous map was very short. So I actually had Vow on my Warrior of Light, and he would cast Resist Magic on my entire team, and then they would go in, and all of my team was beefy and could take hits and stuff. This current map, I actually have this turned off because it's such a high priority for him. He'll actually run back to go buff people. He doesn't run forward. So this is situational. Otherwise, if you could control it, it would be such an amazing skill. But it is still top tier if you know how to manipulate the AI. Situational, turn on or off. Banish Blade, I have this turned off because his damage is dog shit, so who cares? Taunting Spell, this is also situational. I usually have it turned off though. I tried it on this map, and it's whatever. I don't have any trouble holding hate, so if you have trouble holding hate, then Taunting Spell should be okay. But test it in mock battle, watch your guild battle, see how it works for you. And Magic Barrier, this should always be on. So currently, what my Warrior of Light does is he's gonna start the fight with Brave Presence, and then he's gonna run up and he's gonna cast Magic Barrier. Then he's gonna cast Invincible Shield on one of my guys, and then he's going to start taking damage. Okay, so if you kind of want him to keep buffing, you want him to constantly buff. So if you want him to buff constantly, you're going to need to turn off his ranged attacks over here. Yeah, so if he's not in range, he's just gonna buff. So sometimes, and this is really nice. Sometimes he'll cast Breath of Life. You know, when he's like, if he's not in range to go melee somebody, and he's almost dead. You know, you just killed a guy or whatever. He'll run up towards that guy and cast Breath of Life, and just have a fat heal. You know, it's really nice. So yeah, I turn off Holy Bravery. I turn off Shift Attack. I think I leave this on in Arena sometimes. Yeah. So that's how I run him with his skills and stuff. Let's do a mock battle really quick, and we'll see how it goes. Just to kind of show you how I've manipulated his AI. Let's go down over here. Okay. Alright, so for my mock battle, yeah, I run this is my guild battle team in general. I won't talk about this too quickly, but Stern comes to the left to illusion both of these guys. Gilgamesh, he will cast haste, and then he's gonna start spamming quicken on him, and this is gonna slingshot Stern. Warrior of Light to the front of the front of the battle, wherever. Golem, level 79. Maxed out Death Machine, level 79. Maxed out Blades of Grass, level 80 Odin. Maxed out Diablos. And I have a +5 ribbon. I don't use it. Because I want him to take a hit and live. I've found that more useful. This is just my personal experience. You know, you can do whatever the fuck you want to. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your mom. But I've been trying this out. It works all right. I'm currently trying to get Vital Platinum Armor and toss it on him, or the Shield Platinum Armor would be nice on him. And I think that would be a straight upgrade over this, just because of how much flat HP the Platinum Armor has. But yeah, okay. And +5 Aspirin, and +5. All my shit's +5. All right. And this sortilege is situational for me. It's either this or Hermes sandals. Yeah, just to get that spirit. This will be the ribbon, and this will be the Ayaka's TMR once I get that. But let's go ahead and get into it. That was unplanned. Here we go. All right. So Super Stern is going to come over here. He's going to cast Illusion. Get the haste. We're going to get the Brave Presence. And if I had Resist Magic on, he would just run all over the place, trying to cast Resist Magic over and over and over again. And it interrupts the flow of battle. Magic Barrier, so he's going to take 50% less magic damage. And Invincible Shield on Gilgamesh, very nice. And you see how supportive he is? He's really supporting the team. But this map is so long. Oh, ouch. But this map is so long that you can kind of have range skills. Fuck off. And yeah, so like I have his limit break. I have that turned on for this map. So you bitch. And if I didn't have his limit break turned on there, he might have Breath of Life at that point, but I'm not sure. But it doesn't really matter. He usually survives, and ouch. Stern is so fucking busted. Yeah, so like if this was a real guild battle, he's going to Breath of Life the next turn. See ya. And so yeah, basically my whole team is, they're topped up and ready to go, and that's how I usually get 6 stars. If Warrior of Light survives, he just tops himself off the next battle. Yeah, very solid. and that's something you want to do too. Not just with Warrior of Light, but with all your people. You really need to run these mock battles. If you look at your defense every day and you're getting shit on, or you're not getting your 3 stars or 6 stars or whatever, fuck around and mock battle. The first like 2 or 3 turns for this map especially are going to be, you know, how every fight goes. Thanks, babe. Okay. So I think that's about it. About all I wanted to say about Warrior of Light. He's if I had to give him a rating, he's top tier. 10 out of 10.